Welcome! Are you a mind scanner, ready to get to start? You wonder how the devices in mind scanners work? We got you covered. Skip on to the device you're curious about or watch the whole video for some interesting tips. Some useful things to start with. Your patient is here, you're ready to start the treatment. On the left side you find your devices. Pick them by checking what kind of insanity type your patient has before you start your treatment. To develop more devices, you can go in and use your science points and the kappa you gathered on the way. What you have here during the treatment is a visual of your patient, the stress bar and the personality bar. You'll take away a part of your patient's personality every time you treat them. Be careful, if that bar is empty, you can't fill it up anymore. Keep your eyes on the stress bar too, to make sure your patient isn't hurting. Let's talk treatment devices. Psychotron. It removes one insanity point of any type. It's slow but effective. The Psychotron uses a ray that obliterates any type of lunacy, but only one at a time. Select the relevant symbol with the dial on the right. Click and hold the middle button to charge and let go when you reach the highlighted areas. Make sure to not release the button on the red areas or your patient will get stressed out. Releasing the button on the glowing green square will remove the insanity in its entirety. Releasing the button on other green parts will only partially remove the insanity, but you can keep using less charge until the red symbol on the top screen is purged. Retina Decoder. It removes up to 3 in a row of this insanity type. This machine mirrors the soul of the patient through the eyes. Match the pattern to extract the insanity from the soul. Recreate the sequence displayed in the eye by clicking on the circular buttons and then confirm your sequence with the big orange button. You can try remembering the symbols by giving them names like bucket or Illuminati triangle or snake or whatever comes to mind, and then putting them into the device will be much faster. Throatarizer. It removes up to 3 in a row of this insanity type. Attached to the larynx, this device transforms the insanity into frequencies and forces them out using the vocal cords of the patient. Click and hold the mouse button and slowly turn the wheel until the power reaches its peak. If you notice that the patient's voice is breaking, then that's your cue to slow down. You might even stop for a brief moment and then carry on. Don't turn too fast or you'll stress out your patient. Reflector. It removes up to 3 in a row of this insanity type. The reflector deciphers thoughts of the patient and disintegrates them with the push of a button. Find your patient's thoughts by using the sliders on the reflector. Thoughts can include things like phobia, love, or loneliness. If a located thought is a negative one, delete it by pressing the X button. If the thought is positive, keep it by pressing the heart button. Keeping positive thoughts won't erase insanity, so you'll have to keep searching until you find a negative thought. Pro tip, you can tell you're getting close if most of the black space is filled in with letters. Quaintifier. It removes up to 3 in a row of this insanity type. Tidy up the mind by locating, counting, and eliminating threatening patterns. This is a tricky one. A symbol will be displayed on the button part of the screen. Your job is to find and count the matching symbol on the top section, but they are obstructed by black bars. Hold the button with arrows to move the black bars around. The screen will reveal more and more symbols as you go, but it's a good idea to let go every moment or so to help and find the right amount. Once you think you managed to find and count all the correct symbols, use the number buttons to submit your answer. Sonar Sequencer. This one removes up to 3 in a row of this insanity type. The device will return audio waves directly through the ear holes of the patient. Listen to the sequence and turn the knobs to match it. Horizontal knobs represent long frequencies, vertical ones are the short tones. To confirm your input, press the big red button on the bottom. Each time a sound is played, a visual clue also appears on each side of the ear. Long lines for long sounds and short lines for short sounds. Lunasucker. This one removes up to 3 in a row of this insanity type. Sucks out the strange and negative energy of your patients. Rotate the 3 knobs until the skin wobbling reaches its fastest spot under the cloche. Keep in mind that it's not always the highest setting. Press the triangle button to confirm your input. Let's talk special devices. Identetector. It detects and reconstructs the personality of the patient using an advanced identity radar. Move the cross on the radar until you get a clear signal and a yellow symbol appears on the screen. Then select the matching symbol on the panel. There are multiple symbols hidden on the blue screen, and not all of them will match the symbols on the right. Just keep looking. The sound the device is making is a good clue for when you're getting closer to finding a symbol. De-stress pulse. This device decreases the stress level with the Zenyoka pulse aimed straight at the heart if you stressed out your patient too much. Zap the pulse at the right time and press the button when the yellow line is exactly over the red one. If you press too early or too late, the patient will get stressed out even more. Robotany. Calm down your patient with the strong aromas of synthetic flowers. Can even be used at maximum stress level. Push the buttons when they appear. A good trick here is to keep your cursor in the middle so that you can react fast enough. Each press of a button will add to your points, and once all the LEDs are highlighted, it will calm down your patient. But keep in mind, it won't only decrease the stress, it will also remove the patient's personality. Echopuncture. This machine connects with both body and mind by shooting energy through the fingertips to the nervous system of the patient. Warning: will stress the patient the same amount as insanity removed. To turn on the machine, flick the switches in the same order as the flashing LEDs. Once it's on, you can turn the wheel in the middle to select how many insanity symbols you wish to remove from the patient, and then pull the lever to activate. Be careful, if you max it out, you will stress out your patient. Hypnamid. Stops time for a brief period. This energy crystal will mesmerize your patient. Swing the pendulum in a steady rhythm until the swirl in the middle fills the screen. This will stop the timer for a while, giving you better chances to treat the patient. Mind maze. Guide the repressed hopes and dreams of your patient out of their mind maze prison. Restores full personality. Use the handle to rotate the maze and lead the patient out of it. Knowledge harvester. Converts personality into science points. Press the button to align the machine to the marked spot on the patient. It's harmless, we promise. Once aligned, hit the green buttons with the correct timing as the blue patterns reach the button. The points on the right side show the progress. Here's some more general advice for you. You can combine the insanity symbols together to form sequences of 3. This way, a dedicated device will purge all 3 of them in one use. You could also use the Psychotron to remove a single insanity type to create a row of matching symbols, then use the dedicated device to quickly dispatch the insanity. This way you will also not remove as much personality from the patient. You can remove any of the visible insanity points, not just the one closest to the edge. Now you're ready to go, be the best mind scanner you can be. Oh, and let us know what your favorite device is in the comments if you want, because we always love your feedback. So have a good one for normality and the mind.